Right, okay, it is 5:30. Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Monday, June 12th, 2023 City of West Point Business Meeting. We will begin the meeting with a prayer by Reverend Gerald Ledbetter.
God, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for your goodness and your grace. We are grateful for this city and for each person that lives here, for each person who works here. We ask your blessings upon us all as we strive to make this a better place. In the name of Christ, amen.
Amen. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to call the business meeting to order. Council, you have the minutes from the May 8th, 2023 meeting in your information packet. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You also have the financial report in your information packet. Do I hear a motion to approve the financial report?
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I'll begin by reviewing the agenda. Tonight we have the retirement proclamation for Dodi Omel Novoa. We have the Juneteenth proclamation. We have the radio system communications upgrade. We have the personnel policy amendment for personal leave. We have an ordinance amendment for the food truck. And we have an ordinance amendment for the downtown parking. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting agenda?
So moved. Second.
Motion second, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we will begin. If we can ask Ms. Doty to come forward. I hate losing good people. But I do have a proclamation for you. Whereas we are here today to express special recognition to Wanda Dodi Omel Novoa and to honor her for her distinguished 10-year career with West Point Communications. And whereas Wanda Dodi Omel Novoa, am I doing that right?
Right enough.
Right enough.
Best you can.
Dodi began employment with the City of West Point on May 31st, 2013 as a communications officer, and whereas during numerous emergencies in this city, Dodi's performance has been nothing short of outstanding. And whereas Wanda Dodi Omel Novoa has met this demand day after day with a strong work ethic, a positive attitude, and a bright smile for her fellow employees and the public, and now therefore let it be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the City of West Point to sincerely thank Wanda Dodi Omel Novoa for her devoted service to the citizens of the city and extend our best wishes for a happy and extended retirement dated this 12th day of June in the year of our Lord 2023. So there's your proclamation, and we have a plaque for you for your service, and I think we're having a picture made. And something else for you.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like to say anything?
Well,
Would you say your name correctly for us, please?
yes, Dodi Omel Novoa.
Oh, I said it right.
Yes, I would like to say thank you to all of you guys and everybody that I've worked with. It's been a pleasure. It really has. I've enjoyed the job. I always enjoy the job. And I appreciate the opportunity. I hope
We'll
it
miss
helps
you.
somebody along the way.
We'll miss you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, if I can call Lita, Brittany, and Carmen up to the dais here. We have another proclamation for you tonight about Juneteenth. If y'all will come forward. How are you? Good, doing good. Hey. We have the City of West Point Juneteenth proclamation. Whereas President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on September 22nd, 1862, to be enforced on January 1st, 1863, prohibiting enslavement in those states and areas in succession from the Union. And whereas many slaves not in the succession states won their freedom by joining the Union Army when President Lincoln, at the urging of Frederick Douglass, proclaimed that slaves entering the Army would be freed. And whereas the news of the end of slavery did not reach the frontier areas of the United States for more than 2.5 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation and months after the conclusion of the Civil War. And whereas on the 19th of June, 1865, Union soldiers led by General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, with the news that the Civil War had ended and that the slaves were free. Former slaves celebrated with praise, music, dance, and prayer, establishing the first Juneteenth freedom celebration in history. And whereas for more than 158 years, Juneteenth national freedom continues to be the most recognized African American observance, celebrated as inspiration and encouragement for future generations. And whereas in the fall of 2010, the Greater Valley Juneteenth Committee was convened under the leadership of Dr. Randy B. Kelly, pastor of the Goodsell United Methodist Church, to sponsor a series of inaugural events to commemorate Juneteenth, which succeeded all expectations. And whereas on June 15, 2021, Juneteenth became a federal holiday in the United States, and Juneteenth is an employee holiday in the city of West Point. And whereas the city of West Point, the city of Lynette, and the Greater Valley Chamber of Commerce community organizations, businesses, churches, volunteers, and residents are strong proponents of the Juneteenth celebration in the Greater Valley region. And whereas the 158th anniversary of Juneteenth celebration includes the youth scavenger hunt, the farmers markets in the city of West Point, the Juneteenth Gospel Fest and Community Festival in the city of Lynette, and the proclaiming of the Emancipation Proclamation throughout the Greater Valley region. Therefore, be it proclaimed that the month of June 2023 be duly noted as Juneteenth month, and be it further proclaimed that the city of West Point extend best wishes to all Juneteenth visitors, guests, and friends. And now, therefore, by the virtue of the authority vested to me as mayor of the city of West Point and the support of the city council, I do hereby proclaim the celebration of the 158th anniversary of Juneteenth in the city of West Point. So there you go. Let's get a picture.
I got the fancy lens. Give me 1 second. And one more.
Would you like to say anything about the upcoming events? Come on, Britton.
Well, I just want to,
Chair and co-chair.
on behalf of the Greater Valley Juneteenth, I'd like to accept this proclamation, and we appreciate the city of West Point for the support they have given us and for making it as a holiday in your city.
And we appreciate all the hard work you do, because I know you put a lot of work in.
Yeah, well, we all did.
Yeah. Well, I met all of you.
I want to know who can beat these other cities with this hot wing contest Saturday.
And that's what you're gonna do, right?
City staff is going to do that, not these old people up here. My constitution won't handle that. All right. The first item we have is the radio system communications upgrade. Do I hear a motion to approve to purchase the equipment for the first phase of a new radio system at an estimated cost of $144,222.66? This purchase will allow the city to move fire and police to an 800 megahertz communications platform. The new infrastructure will provide a more reliable and robust communication network for the city. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
Would this in any way affect our ability to respond clearly to calls in our jurisdiction?
It's gonna make it better. We won't be without communication when things like the tornado happen and we have bad weather events and our old UHF system won't handle it. This is gonna make us so we're much more efficient.
So it's just those types of natural disaster type emergencies that it will address. I guess I was thinking it might have something to do to improve our ability to respond to calls from citizens. There's been numerous issues with people in the city. Calls go to Harris County, people in Harris County, calls coming to Troup County, and it just takes longer to respond.
That's a cellular issue. We've always had that issue with calls going to them, but we'll eventually be on the same 800 megahertz system as Harris County, so that will probably further help.
So this really isn't gonna specifically address that, but it's a good thing to do at this point.
All right. We have a motion, we have a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is our personnel policy amendment for personal leave. Do I hear a motion to approve the recommended changes to the personnel policy, section 6.5 vacation leave? The changes will provide leave hours for new employees, additional hours for long-term employees, and other updates to the policy. And you
So
have,
moved. Second.
okay, any discussion?
Could Ed give us just a little quick synopsis of what the changes are? I see you've got it in the executive summary, things that are gonna be deleted and replaced, and some of the changes in the hours.
Yeah, certainly the verbiage changing from vacation leave to personnel leave is one of the things there. But what this will do for the employees, the area of most need was new employees would not receive any vacation time until after the first year. So this will give new employees vacation time immediately that they'll be able to take during that first year.
1 week.
Right. So that was the real impetus behind looking into the policy. Then as we look more as far as being able to retain employees longer, we are in this policy requesting to have an additional week after 15 years. So we think that'll be a good retention tool to use and give those employees additional time.
And is that the same for firefighters? It looks like maybe there's a differentiation between firefighter staff and everybody
There
else?
is, because of the shift,
Okay.
work.
And is that pretty much consistent with what the industry does for firefighters and for city employees of our
It is.
size?
It is, as far as the difference in the hours, yes.
Mhm. Making us more competitive with our peers,
Absolutely.
all right?
All right. have a mo-
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The next item is the food truck ordinance. Do I hear a motion to amend the mobile food truck ordinance as presented?
So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion?
I think I do need to read it.
Do I have it here? Yeah, I'll read it if you'd like me to read
I
it.
can read the caption, that's fine.
You go ahead and read it, since you have it.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of West Point, Georgia to amend the code of the city concerning mobile food vendors, to amend section 6553 of the code of the city to allow for the location of permanent food vendor trucks upon the satisfaction of certain standards, to repeal conflicting ordinances, to fix an effective date and for other purposes.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I appreciate you reading that after saying Doty's name so many times, I'm about read out. Okay, the parking amendment is the final ordinance we have here. Call on Alex Dixon to read the ordinance, please.
Thank you, Mayor. An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of West Point, Georgia to amend the code of the city concerning parking in order to remove conflicting or potentially confusing language in reference to parking restrictions, to delete section 20-9 of the code of the city, to amend section 20-10 of the code of the city, to repeal conflicting ordinances, to fix an effective date and for other purposes.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to amend the city parking ordinance as presented?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
Can we have a synopsis of what that's changing? What are we deleting and where
We're deleting, Mr. Moon can jump in too, but we're deleting section 20-9. I think that was originally enacted to address some parking downtown. It's got some different language in it than the section 20-10. It got confusing for citizens and the police department on enforcement and when and where parking was allowed. We decided to just delete section 20.20-9 and have 20-10 for overall parking restrictions throughout the city with enforcement provisions. And I don't know if the chief or Mr. Moon want to add anything
I think you said it all.
else.
So does it address people who work downtown, restrictions on any parking?
Well, that's the portion that's being removed. That language about patrons and business owners was just
Because it's
confusing.
kind of hard to know whose car is
It was
whose.
never enforceable, so it's better just to take it out.
But that's pretty much the change.
That's it, yes.
Okay.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. We've had the discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's our final item on the agenda tonight. Obviously, we have the Juneteenth hot wing eating contest, Saturday, June 17th at 1 o'clock. What all in? Richard, do you know anything about this as far as who we need? Between the cities, Lynette Valley, Lafayette, and West Point.
I think it's all of the council members.
You know where it is? Where is it?
It's at Goodsell.
Can't you do it?
Can I do it? I love wings, but I'll give you those atomic wings that kill you.
They said they were not that hot.
I can't understand you. Well, let's get more information. City, y'all want to do it, I'd much rather y'all do it than me. I'll be sick as a dog.
You'll be full.
Oh, gosh, I'll be crying is what I'll be doing.
We will make sure you will win.
Yeah.
Do we know that because when I first heard about it, it was mayor and council competition. A representative. And of course, Joe and I have accommodations that have to be made. We can't do it, but the rest of y'all, some of y'all might. Somebody told me you
No.
like wings.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't eat with 3,
Oh,
so you're not
sure.
gonna win.
Are we sure that we can enter anybody, like staff? And I think that would be a great idea if we could just,
Let's find out what it is.
yeah, find out if they, because we don't want to lose by
It's not
default.
just, it wouldn't just be me, it'd have to be y'all too. All right, any other announcements?
Fireworks, Saturday in Lynette.
Fireworks Saturday and Lynette.
When it's dark, they will go up.
In the same place.
Same place, same location.
And do we have anything going on in the city of West Point?
We are participating in the Juneteenth celebration.
I mean.
I think Harriet
Fourth-
Tubman might be there.
Fourth- Is she gonna wear this dress?
No. I can't help you in this dress. I can't help you cross over.
I was trying to say, you don't have to wear something different than that. So, but for the 4th of July, there's not anything in particular that we're doing?
They have included us. It's a lot of West Point people on that committee.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor, aye. I'm gonna stay.